What's up, my friends? I got a very exciting unboxing for you today. Today we will be having a look at the Scotty 1050 Compact Manual Downrigger, as well as the boats I will be mounting it on. I'm really excited to get this setup put together so I can start trolling for kokanee, cutthroat trout, and rainbow trout this winter. Okay, in all seriousness, I plan to be mounting this on my kayak. If you want to see me fish from an inflatable unicorn, leave a comment down below. Anyways, I'm super excited to open this. This is my first downrigger. So without further delay, let's cut this open and have a look inside. Okay, here's what's in the box. Obviously we have the downrigger, comes pre-assembled, which is a pleasant surprise. This is actually a really large piece of equipment to be mounting on a kayak. I went with this one over the Scotty Lake Troller for several reasons. The Scotty Lake Troller is the much smaller downrigger and probably the much more popular downrigger for this purpose. Firstly, this one has a line counter where the Lake Troller doesn't. This is used to tell you what depth you're trolling at. It's not the only way to tell what depth you're running it at, though. Supposedly, if you have a fish finder, you probably do if you're planning to use one of these, you can simply look at your fish finder and see the downrigger ball, which should appear as a horizontal line across the screen. You can also just count the number of rotations. I think it's approximately 1 foot per rotation. But the line counter is definitely nice to have. This also has the brake lever, or brake handle, or whatever you call it, so you pull it to let out line. It just seems much easier to use than the little twisty knob that the Lake Troller has. And if you let go of it, it should break, yeah, like that. Everything about this downrigger just seems much higher quality and much more heavy duty than the Lake Troller. The pulley's bigger and just feels a lot better. The boom is thicker and seems a lot sturdier than the little thin boom that the Lake Troller comes with. And even the handle feels better. I'm guessing this will be more durable, and this will also allow me to use a heavier weight if needed. Anyways, this also comes pre-spooled with 200 feet of 150-pound test stainless steel cable. I'll be switching this out with braided line for reasons I'll get to later. Also comes with rod holder, just a really simple tube rod holder. I'll probably be switching this out as well. I prefer a rod holder that has some sort of locking mechanism. That way I don't accidentally drop my rods overboard and give them to Davy Jones. Also comes with this quick slide mount. You bolt this to whatever you're mounting the downrigger to. And once you've done that, you can slide the downrigger in and push this piece in, which should lock it securely in place. I think this will be really convenient for me, since I'll have to attach and detach the downrigger every time I take this out. Comes with mounting bolts, of course, and comes with the release clip. If you aren't familiar with what this does, this end clips to the cable, and this end clips to your fishing line, which goes to your lure. When the fish bites, it'll pull the line loose, and that's how you know you'll have fish on, and how you'll get the fish to the boat using your rod. Comes with instruction manual, which is nice if you're a total noob to downriggers like me. And comes with meters to feet conversion table. To assist in converting meters to feet, place conversion label onto downrigger arm. just find this kind of funny because the line counter is in feet. It's approximately 1 foot per rotation. But Scotty is a Canadian company. So you'd think everything would be in metric units, but nope, it's in feet. So if you're a Canadian or really just anyone sensible enough to use the metric system, unlike us, you're gonna have to use the table to convert. What this does not come with is the weight. That's because the weight is really situation specific. If you're, let's say, trolling for salmon in saltwater, going really fast and deep, you're obviously going to need a much heavier weight than if you're trolling slow for trout in a lake. I went ahead and got a 4-pound ball. I think this will be good enough for what I plan to be using it for, which is trolling for rainbows, cuts, and kokanee in lakes. I don't think I'll be running this deeper than 60 feet very much, but if I do need to use a heavier weight, again, I have that option with this downrigger. Now, there's several things I need to do with this downrigger before I can actually use it. As I said earlier, I'll be switching out this stainless steel cable with braided line for several reasons. One is safety. I'm going to be mounting this on a kayak, which is obviously very different than mounting it on a larger boat. If the weights get snagged on the bottom and I get into an emergency with the kayak, let's say some drunk idiots driving a powerboat is about to run me over, I'm going to need to cut the line and get the hell out of there very quickly. With steel cable, that's going to be kind of difficult, but with braided line, I should be able to cut it easily and quickly with a knife or with my line cutters. There's also a drag. Braided line is thinner in diameter than steel cable for its strength and should have significantly less drag in the water. That means less blowback, which is how much the ball and the lure get pushed back relative to the boat as it's being pulled through the water. This will also make it easier to paddle the kayak while I'm trolling. And lastly, there's noise. Stainless steel cable, when it's pulled tight and pulled through the water, it emits a humming noise, which a lot of people find annoying. Unlike braid, which should be silenced or at least much quieter. I actually know a few people who switched over from cable to braid for this reason. And then after I switched out the cable to a braid, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to mount this on my kayak. My kayak isn't the most popular platform for mounting downriggers to. I don't have very many examples to go off of. So I'm probably gonna have to get a bit creative with it, but I'll figure it out. One huge complication I just noticed is the boom. This boom is kind of long for a kayak. A lot of people who mount downriggers on kayaks will shorten the boom. Basically, that's to reduce the effects of drag on the kayak's tracking. If you have this hanging out the side, hanging out farther from the kayak, the drag from the ball and from the line will pull on it and pull the kayak to that side. A lot of people will try to run the cable or the line as close to the side of the kayak as possible, which usually involves shortening the boom. The problem is that at this length, the pulley is perfectly aligned with the spool, but if I cut it like here and move the pulley down, it's going to sit too low relative to the spool, and the line won't go on the spool properly. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to work around this problem. I'm thinking I might be able to just cut it and put this piece on this piece such that the pulley aligns with the spool. Or I might be able to use the full length and just work around that. I don't know. If you have any ideas, please let me know down in the comments. That's all for this video. Once I get everything set up and working, I'll make another video for that. Again, if you want to see me fishing from a giant inflatable unicorn, let me know down in the comments. If there's enough interest, I'll do it. Anyways, Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please spam that like button and hit subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.